Hello everyone, welcome along to At Odds, all thanks to Unibet. I'm Russell Barwick, but these boys are the stars of the show. Brian Fletcher, Mark Waugh, Shane Hill. What a week. OMG. We had the Origin almost going to extra time. We've had draws in the rugby league. Then we had the cricket and the tennis. Fellas.
Cricket wins.
Cricket wins.
That was the best. That's not only the best game of cricket, best sporting event I've ever seen.
But the worst decision,
Really?
worst result.
My remote control needs new batteries. I'm flicking tennis.
You're
cricket.
the expert.
On the adult channel again, were you?
Mate,
How did that all work out?
grow up, will you? Grow up.
How did that work out? That you get all out, you don't lose, but you lose a World Cup.
That's a tough question. Look, I think they need to just tinker with the rules, I think, for the next World Cup.
Yep.
First of all, the super over, I reckon you make that 2 or 3 overs.
Right.
So there's a bit more leeway if you have a bad couple of balls. Secondly, I think England deserved to win it because they were on top of New Zealand in the preliminary round. So that's got to hold a bit of,
So where they
kudos as
finished
well.
on the ladder.
Yeah, and they were above them in the 9 games before the semis and finals. So I think just keep it as simple as that. If there is a tie, go to that.
Okay.
What else?
Well, the issue about the
Ricochet?
the ricochet, which led to a boundary.
Should be a dead ball. As soon as it's the batsman, should be a dead ball.
What if it doesn't go to the boundary? What happens there?
Then there's a gentleman's agreement. The batsman, the batting side do not run. So if that went for 3 and pulled up just short of the boundary, the batsman wouldn't have run. So,
How does that go?
You wouldn't run?
No, I wouldn't, no.
Mate, so it's a World Cup. I'm sitting in my lounge and we're going, mate,
gentleman's
run. It's a World Cup. And you're saying, no, gentleman's agreement.
Warnie's
I'm
up
not
there.
going to
Well,
run.
it's
It's
not-
not,
great
it's not
gentleman.
fair. It's not fair, Hammer.
How's it not fair?
Life's
it-
not fair.
It just shouldn't have been, because it would
That's
go to
the
the
rule.
fields. The fieldsman would stop the
So
ball.
you're saying it's wrong what they did?
Yeah, what?
The
The 4.
umpires.
No,
They
that's
the
the
umpires
rule,
should
but
have
that
called
rule's
it.
got to be changed. Dead ball if it hits the batsman.
Okay, righto. Well, we've got to wait 4 years. The Ashes, meanwhile, is all happening. And Australia had a meek exit in the tournament in the end. They went out pretty meekly, but they do have some changes coming into the Test series. $1.80 England, $2.80 Australia in the Ashes, and the draw is $6.50.
Get on Australia. That is big odds, Australia to win the Ashes. I think they'll win the Ashes. We're going to have a great bowling lineup. We're going to have 4 quicks there, Cummings, Stark, Hazelwood, James Pattinson. There's question marks over our batting side with Smith and Warner coming back in. So there's going to be a couple of unlucky players who played in recent times are not going to be in that first test, August the 1st. So the Australia A tour at the moment will decide which batsmen get into that squad, which will be picked in a couple of weeks, I think, the Ashes team. But I reckon we're great value there.
Can I
Okay.
ask one question?
Yep.
What about Carey, keeper? Get rid of Payne.
Nah, mate, Ken Ross Payne last summer.
Can we get Payne? Get rid of Payne.
He's captain.
Yeah, but Carey's just.
He's
blown
captain,
away.
great keeper.
He's a captain.
He's the best keeper.
I know,
Tim
but
Payne.
Carey's batting well.
He's excellent. His time will come. He might be in the squad as a batsman alone.
He's a boring
And there
captain.
are going to be 2 keepers in the squad, so he's a boring captain. Is it?
Speaking of boring captains,
Don't
because
you
you were
like his
talking, you said that Boyd Cordner's a boring captain earlier.
No, I didn't. Not
Yes,
at
well,
all.
you said Freddie Fittler was.
said
Freddie is, yeah. Freddie's weird. Boyd, no.
Cameron Smith, he's boring.
Boring.
What did you think of last week, the Origin? We're going back a bit, but it was almost the game that New South Wales threw in the
Should have been
tournament.
40-8.
Typical Queensland, yeah. 20-8.
We bombed 3 tries.
We were cruising.
Yeah.
You know when it was the turning point? When Munster got his finger... You know when Cook came... Cameron
Yeah.
Murray came through and Munster just got his fingertips to Tedesco and they came back and scored. But typical Queensland. But this time...
And
it
they
turned
unearthed
around.
a few Queensland. A
Yeah.
couple of players that stepped up.
Ethan Lowe was
Ethan
brilliant.
Lowe was magnificent.
Good, wasn't he?
Didn't even know he was
Tedesco by
playing.
far... We talked about Ponga being up there, the best players in the world. I think Tedesco is.
Okay, let's talk about this week. We're now back into the countdown towards the finals, as all the media are saying it. The Dragons, Paul McGregor says that they can still win the premiership.
Please. He must be pissed again. They were dreadful. They're dreadful.
They are.
The last game they won was against the Bulldogs.
And Penrith are the worst
side,
team in
though.
history to win 6 in a row.
Yeah, they're just coming along, aren't they, nicely?
Well, but your team, the Roosters.
So they're
Might turn the Roosters
our
on.
footy fella, by the way, the Dragons. According to Fletch, no chance. But you can have 250 about them against the Panthers this Friday.
They do
in
aim up at
Penrith.
Penrith Park, though.
Okay, Roosters take on the Knights. The Knights, again, lose the ones they should be winning.
Yeah, I think they've fallen in a bit of a flat spot, but they get the second best player in the world back, Ponga. But Roosters, I've heard that in the sheds, well, I didn't hear, I knew what happened. Trent Robertson didn't let anyone into the dressing room after the game, and you could hear him over in the Hawkesbury. He was tearing strips off not only the junior players, but a couple of the senior players. So expect the senior players to aim up this week.
$1.34 the Chookies and $3.25 the Knights. Expect them to be involved in Fletcher's slam dunk a little bit later on.
Again.
Your favourite team, the Sea Eagles up against Manly.
Sea Eagles,
$1.50 the Manly boys.
Yeah, I know. I just think Tommy Trbojevic is back. So last week they were a little bit underdone. I thought Jake looked a bit tired, but Para, the jury's out on Parramatta yet. I think Manly will win.
Okay, let's switch across to AFL. Another drama-filled week. Alan Richardson pulling the pin on his coaching career. Port Adelaide, another team succumbing to the underestimated Brisbane Lions. Aren't they great to watch?
They're great. They really are. And they're a legitimate chance to be able to compete come finals time
They're
as
going
well.
to finish top 2, 3 or 4.
And the way they've built their team and the culture and the way they play, they're so consistent. Love watching them play, except for they killed my Hail Mary against Port Adelaide.
Adelaide Essendon is the opening game of the round, $1.46. Essendon, who seem to just get out of jail free each and every week, $2.70.
Well, Adelaide's that team, aren't they? Like Port Adelaide, they're just so inconsistent with the Pies as well, GWS, but you'd have to favour them to be able to get over the line.
Richmond are back, $1.26 up against Port Adelaide, about $3.60. Jack's back, Dusty's flying, they're just going along quite nicely. Tom Lynch starting to find some form. They're really finding their groove heading to September.
And they're a tough team. They've got so many avenues to goal as well. And like you say, they've got momentum. But I'm always worried about the teams that get smashed by the press during the week. Port Adelaide's that team. Came under a lot of pressure after their home loss to the Lions. But you'd think Richmond are too good.
And GWS, well, they've got nobody. Canelio, Josh Kelly's in trouble. They've got plenty of problems with their injury. They take on Collingwood, $1.85 at home. But the footy fill up, $2 about the Giants if you want that at unibet.com.au.
Well, Collingwood's got 6 or 7 out as well. They fired up last week to win on the road against the Eagles. Very, very close game. It's all attitude for the Pies. I wouldn't be betting on this game. It could go either way.
Swannies?
Swannies are gone.
Fallen in a hole.
They were terrible last week.
They have a very tough couple of weeks.
Bandwagon. What's your
Terrible.
second t-shirt?
I've always been close to the bandwagon.
you
I've always had a ticket on the bandwagon.
Not like me and Junior.
Yeah.
Ambassadors.
One couple of quick ones. Ben Simmons today has announced he's not playing in the World Cup. He will play the Olympics and he will play the exhibition games. Were you surprised with that?
I was surprised. Not surprised that he's not playing the World Cup. When you sign $242 million, he's getting ready to be able to get himself ready for the NBA season. Don't blame him for that. He's got to work on his jump shot. Unbelievable superstar that we've got. I am surprised though that he's playing in these exhibition games because, and I understand for the fans and everyone, we all want to be able to see him play. I'm commentating on the game. It's going to be
Are
great.
you going to teach him how to shoot threes?
Not in a
He's
small
1
period
for
of
100
time.
in threes.
But what I'm worried about
I shot more than that against you.
I
No,
don't
you
think
didn't.
so.
No.
It's video. There is video.
What I'm worried about, Russ, is these games are critical. So that's 4 games Australia are playing against America and Canada in the lead up to the World Cup. If he's playing, it totally changes the way everybody else plays, their roles and what they have to do to prepare when it gets to money
Can I
time.
ask a question?
Yep.
If you were Ben Simmons, would you be playing? I know you're a very staunch
Loyal.
Australian.
Well,
would you be playing?
He's
Or
caught.
is
He's
this
caught
a
in
Mickey Mouse. Is this
no,
a Mickey Mouse?
He's caught in a tough position
So he's
because
playing the
all the
warm-ups
fans
and
want
not
him
the-
to be able to play. Right? I never missed a World Cup, but I'm not Ben Simmons. I didn't make 240.
Yes, you are.
So, but the
Yes,
thing
you are.
is,
You're better
all the
than him.
fans want him to play.
Better than
It
him.
just changes the structure of the roles and how they prepare.
It's such a big week. We've got a couple of moments to talk about the rugby. Argentina, a sneaky hope against New Zealand. Over
Is
there.
this still on? Rugby's still on.
Yeah, probably. And Australia, South Africa, scoot. No Israel Folau on the Aussie side. No surprises there. Any thoughts?
No.
No, not really.
Okay,
No.
right.
You're the rugby
And-
expert.
Go the Wallabies.
No,
The British Open golfers in Ireland.
Plenty of thoughts.
Rory
I
McIlroy.
played there. Port Rush.
Roy Rush.
Carved it up.
Tiger, Brooks, Molinari, defending champion.
Yeah.
But this is going to be one of those ones where it will be golf heaven. It's one of the best links courses
Look out for the big
in the
Aussie
world.
leishman. He's in my Hail Mary.
Yeah, and
Okay,
Adam
well,
Scott.
we'll
But,
talk
but
about
the weather
that.
plays a big part there, Russ.
course it
Whether you're
does.
teeing off in the morning or the afternoon, so you need some
So
luck.
look for a local, and my Hail Mary's in one of the locals playing in that.
Rory?
No.
The other big fella.
Gone a bit wider than Rory, literally wider than Rory. Take a short break. Don't forget all of the odds boosted, all of our bets, and all of the specials online, unibet.com.au. Okay, this is At Odds, all thanks to unibet.com.au. If you watch the show, you'll know each week we have a little punt, and those bets are boosted online at unibet.com.au. And once again, as you can see on the ladder on screen, the cream, the strawberries and cream rises to the top after I got both the winners of Wimbledon.
How lucky were you, seriously?
Seriously, it has not been
Federer
won
should have
twice in a
won.
row by anyone all year.
No.
Nobody's done it. So
So what have you won?
world
In
record.
2 weeks, you've won 1,200?
Oh, a bit more than that,
1400?
but let's not count. But either way,
Because you're
on the
lucky.
ladder you can see the team, because it's all about the team. Just under 15,000. That's about.
Don't worry about
1,000 a week.
mentioning I got my slam dunk up there, just quietly. Don't worry
Juniors
about that.
leading from Schwarzer, Fletch,
Don't worry about it.
me, and then we're not calling you Hammer, we're calling you, what are they little plastic toys called now? That's
Oh,
what-
hang on. It's a bit rude. Holy hell.
Well,
right.
really,
Right,
Fletch
yeah.
should be
You're
last.
just
Let's
fired
talk
up
about
there.
that.
Fletch should
Family
be
show.
last.
There's not much I can say, mate.
Well, Fletch had a bit of a lucky run
Early.
early in
Oh,
the year.
mate, you can't
Okay,
keep
let's-
saying that every week.
It's a new week. Let's not talk about last
Yeah.
week, although
Yeah.
if you want, we can still talk about it. No, but that's not. Slam dunks. This is the absolute moral of the weekend. Shane.
Bit of luck.
You
Start
go
with
first,
Shane.
Hammer, you go
He
first.
calls me Shane now.
Yes.
It's like I'm in trouble. No more Hammer. I'm going Richmond to win 1-39. Think they'll get that done against Port Adelaide. The Cats 16 plus against Hawthorn. Bit risky on that.
You're just not
And-
giving up on them, mate.
And Carlton 16 plus as well. Playing good football at the
Come
moment.
on,
Carlton
Carlton.
against Gold Coast.
Right on.
Well, have a look at Gold Coast,
I know,
mate.
they're
They
terrible.
are
Terrible.
Well,
terrible.
Junior.
I'm going racing to Randwick, my slam dunk. Both from the Kim War stable,
Oh,
funnily enough. So,
last week's
Are
Kim
you
Moore
allowed
stable
to, are you allowed
Friday.
to
It
like,
won.
tip
Yeah,
another
why
horse?
not? Yeah,
Have you ever tipped another horse other than one of
yes,
your
I
wives?
have. Yes, I have indeed.
Just wondering.
Deity last
Going
week.
to a place all up, right? I love my place all
Yes.
up.
Don't
So,
you love
boys,
I like this one.
we're going with, where's my glasses so I can see? It's white boots, I know that. So, we're going with race 5, white boots to run a place.
Good homework there.
Oh,
Keep
well,
going.
just getting the race right. Into race 4, Judge Judy to run a place.
Race 5
One
into
last
race
week.
4.
Yeah, I did it the wrong way around, but you know.
It won last week.
Okay, Brian.
There you go.
Okay, guess what? Surprise, surprise. I'm going Roosters to beat the
Oh,
Knights.
Roosters.
Yeah, back at home.
All right.
Storm to beat the Gold Coast. And the Raiders minus 4.5 against the Tigers. Raiders sneaking
that.
up the ladder.
Mine,
last week.
I've gone a
chance
bit
there.
wide
I like
again.
Okay, Russ.
I like Argentina at home to maybe go close. Could even knock off the All Blacks. South Africa will tear us a new one. And Brisbane to beat North Melbourne in the AFL. All of those are online and they boost the odds. Currently, mine's around $3.50. I think Unibet's put it up at $6 or $7. I could be wrong, but that's possibly
Cut
a
it
little.
out.
And Mark Schwartz has gone with the African Nations Cup. You might need a pen here. Algeria to beat Senegal.
No
Man
way.
Here we
United-
go. Here we
way.
go.
Senegal are morals.
Man United to beat Inter. And in the J1,
J1.
Yokohama Lex Marinos to beat Vissel Kobe.
Kobe, as in the beef.
Kobe Steel.
Kobe beef.
Whatever. That is
Brian.
that is the slams. And Mark Schwartz's Hail Mary, funnily enough, is less odds than his slam. Galaxy to beat Los Angeles FC at $3.50. Hammer, what's your hail?
Oh, I'm going Brisbane 1-39 against North. Playing good footy at the moment. Western Bulldogs. The Saints have lost their coach, but I think the Bulldogs, with a couple out, will sneak home 1-39. And West Coast to win 1-39 against the Melbourne Demons.
Around about $10 that one.
Yeah, $10.
Junior?
Going to Royal Port Rush, British Open. Adam Scott to finish in the top 5. Playing well, Adam Scott. I reckon he's got his mojo back. And good record at the British Open.
Five. It's a tough
Yeah,
ask.
he can
Yes,
win it.
Brian.
Don't worry about
I'm
that.
going again with the golf, another Aussie, the
As
big
am I.
Aussie, Mark Leishman. $8 to finish in the top 10.
I've gone wider. Darren Clark loves the local crowd and they love him. The
Clark, he's
cigar
about
smoking.
80, isn't he?
He is. He's only got to finish
Is he
top
playing in the
Top 40.
seniors?
top 40.
Is that the seniors, is it?
No, he's up there.
Right.
Top 40, and it's around about $10 if he finishes top 40.
Okay, what is he paying to win it?
I'd be hundreds.
Thousands.
It must be more than that.
But he's
Yeah.
he's good for 3 rounds. He'll have a stinker. I'm just hoping it's round 3. I hope he makes the cut and then goes on. He's a sneaky chance.
Okay.
And they love him. They absolutely
All right.
love him there, Darren Clark. Okay, that is the Slam Dunks, the Hail Marys for this week. Keep an eye on them. Also, the footy fill-ups. We mentioned St George Illawarra and also GWS Giants. There's also racing specials online. And what else are we looking forward to mostly? You're going to the World Cup of Basketball.
I'm going to Bangkok to watch my daughter play in the under-19s and sit by the pool.
No
Don't
jokes,
say anything
Fletcher,
stupid,
just
I'm
right?
just saying,
Just-
off air.
You've got a
I've
few
said-
places
Do
for
not
I've got
have
a
a
restaurant to go to.
I'll be sending a video back.
Okay, it's the only
Not from
You
that
see,
restaurant.
that you shouldn't be
Only
saying that as
Michelin
well.
star.
Is it a Thai restaurant?
Yeah, it's a Thai restaurant. It's the only Michelin star street food in the world.
Okay.
She wears goggles, this woman, and she cooks a crab omelette that big. 3-hour wait.
3 hour wait.
But there's a little
For
sneaky
an
thing
omelette.
across the road.
That wraps up the show for this week. Look forward to your company next week, and once again, he ends it on a high.